Mr.
Bond.
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 Bond. James Bond.
Hello all, welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Bondcast. I'm Chris and I'm here with Mike. Mike, how are you?
Hello, Chris. I'm all right. I'm very well. I'm glad to be back on the Bondcast and glad to see everybody join us. So, welcome.
So am I, man. So am I. It's been a long week. I can't believe it's Thursday already. So where we are, there is a bank holiday coming up, and I am very excited about spending 3 days.
It's coming.
Loads of vodka martinis, mate, this weekend. I can't wait.
I am right ahead of you. I've got a
is that a vodka martini? I've got a huge. I don't know if you can see, like a huge pint glass of vodka martini right here, mate.
Damn these green screens.
I know they ruin it all, don't they? Is this, or you see the horribleness behind me?
Oh,
the slum that I live in.
Actually, Chris, I did invest in the green screen very, very recently. I don't know if I'm brave enough to drop it, but I have got an actual.
You did, didn't you? I want to see. Yeah. I want to see some green screen stuff going on in the background.
I'm not sure. I'm going to give it a shot. Right, this might go awful, but let me just see if this works, guys. So
that's your green. So there is a
green screen. There is
a button on here for like green screen stuff. So you need to try it out, mate. We need to see you in different exotic locations. I think
it doesn't look quite as glamorous, does it? I mean, what about that? You know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay.
And then we've got
in front of the firing squad.
I'm in somebody's front room. It's really weird.
It is, isn't it?
But back to Bond. Back
to the gun barrel, mate. So we are here for an interesting episode today, and we will get into the main crux of it in a bit. But basically, what we're going to do is, I mean, we are both huge fans of Bond trailers and trailers in general. I just love trailers, and we'll talk about our love of trailers, I'm sure. But that's something that we're going to get onto. We're going to take a look at a few Bond trailers today and just see how they've progressed from the 60s to today. But before we do, we have some Bond news. I'm going to pass over to Mike, who's going to go over some of the Bond news that we're going to look at this week.
Oh, mate, absolutely. I really feel like when we do Bond news, so Chris, it comes up as a bit like I'm reading the obituary.
Yeah, you are, yeah. Oh, God, is it? It's not happened again, is it?
Well, it has, but this is quite a face that I'm quite gutted to hear.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen in like a Facebook feed or anything, but Joe Don Baker, passed away this week. And normally we kind of go, these guys are behind the scenes, who are they and all that. No, this was guys front screen. He played Jack Wade in GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies. Mm-hmm. And he also played Brad Whitaker as the villain in The Living Daylights. So very sad to say that Joe Don Baker has passed on this week, and our condolences as ever. We will raise a martini glass to him.
Yeah, very sorry to hear that.
And I think genuinely, it's one of the things when you watch a Bond movie back and you realise something like that front screen's died, it stays with you a bit more. So condolences to family and friends. All our thoughts are with you. There is some good news, though, and I like to end Bond news on good news. Sounds a bit weird.
Yeah, I like
because do we remember Toby Stevens by the actor's pedigree? Do we remember who he is?
No, go on.
Toby Stevens played Gustav Graves in Die Another Day.
Well, I remember Gustav Graves.
Not the most prominent Bond movie going, but he was a very disdained British actor.
Yeah.
He is entering into a BBC Radio 4 radio play for Casino Royale. And he will be Bond. He will be 007.
Nice. Oh, he's got a Bond pedigree, hasn't he?
He has. And I think it works really, really well.
Oh, I like that. I can't wait. When's that coming out? Do we know?
It's coming out on the 21st of May. Oh, my God, that's tomorrow. Wow. Okay, that's tomorrow.
23rd of May?
23rd, yeah. Is that tomorrow? I can't
23rd tomorrow, yeah.
That's tomorrow. So this is breaking news, guys. This is 3:00 tomorrow.
It's either breaking news or it's too late news. Yeah, depending on when you're watching this, I'm really sorry. It was yesterday. It was really good.
It was awesome. You missed something crazy. But do you know who also is playing Le Chiffre?
Okay, let me have a guess. James Corden.
Oh, Oh, you're
Is
so close. No, it's Hugh Bonneville.
Oh, is it? Okay, I like Hugh Bonneville. That's
Which
really
I
good. I like
really
him more
like.
than I like James Corden. So
I really like. It's a very unpopular opinion, let's be honest, out there. But yeah, Hugh Bonneville, I think, is a fantastic guy to play Le Chiffre. And that, my friend, is one who's closed up. I think we can go back to a bit more mellow music, shall we?
I reckon the next Bondcast that we do, we should talk about the teleplay then, the Radio 4 episode, because I'll definitely listen to that. That's really exciting.
Would. Even if we don't catch it live, guys, we can catch it obviously on Cast and Spotify,
you get it on iPlayer or something like that,
I would be inclined to do that, and we'll have a little listen.
Maybe we'll give our thoughts on it in the next episode.
Yeah, absolutely. But would you believe, Chris, we're on the 6th official Bondcast. We've done other bits in the middle, but the 6th one of the year. That's mental.
I can't believe it.
I
can't believe they've not brought us down yet. That YouTube haven't shut us down.
I'm sure that all the big wigs, Zuckerberg, Jeffrey Bezos, they're all looking out. How can we gun down the ultimate Bondcast?
I tell you what, I hope Jeff Bezos is watching. Jeff, if you want us involved in the next movie, let us know.
If no, well, look, we're in a good place because, like I said, I think you've hit the nail on the idea earlier, Chris. We don't give a lot of love to the Bond trailers because I don't know about you, I haven't watched a load of them in the last 3 years, apart from when something comes out brand new. You would have seen a No Time to Die trailer and Skyfall and something quite pinnacle, but you never get a chance to actually go back. So this is actually a time capsule, guy. This is a walk through the Bond era for you, which would be quite interesting.
I don't know how many of these I'll have actually seen because I don't really go back and watch old trailers unless they're ones that I remember. But
absolutely.
I'll have watched the Daniel Craig ones when they came out and maybe the Pierce Brosnan ones, but other than that, definitely not.
It's going to be an intriguing run through, and I think the idea of this, guys, is understanding not just the actor side of it. We want to look at the way it's portrayed in the era, certain cliches, certain production values, and understand how that's got different over the years. So it's almost like you're joining an episode for media studies, if I'm being honest. It's a strange way of looking at it.
I guess so.
But we'll load up the first trailer, and we're going to start chronologically. And what we're going to do is run a trailer for each Bond actor to make it fair. And we're just going to go to the first one for each Bond actor. Make it nice and clean. So
Sean Connery, right?
We are ready with Mr. Connery, and we have got Dr. No's 1962 trailer.
Let's do it.
In the wings. So
come on. Right, so you're ready. Do you want me to switch over? We're doing this on the fly, guys. This is all new to us.
This is live technology, guys. And
I'm adding it.
What we need to take from this, though, is that we may pause and notice stuff, have a laugh at certain things or whatever. So, and if all the way through this episode, guys, chat to us, put it on the messages, tell us what you think. Chris will, because he can see them and I can't, we'll read them out.
Yeah. I'll get that up. Smack us with copyright claims. Do whatever you need to do. Absolutely fine.
Tell us. Right, so here we go. Dr. No, 1962. Here we go, guys.
Let's do it.
My name is Bond.
The music already is like the Clangers or something.
It's like the Magic Roundabout, isn't it?
It is.
I never get tired of the 60s theme.
No, me neither.
I decided to accept your invitation.
Sylvia Trench.
Selling the romance straight away, aren't they?
And it's also monologuing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I like that they put the gun barrel in the trailer.
And that wasn't even Connery, was it? Oh, we have mirrored this for copyright reasons, by the way, as well.
We'll see if that works.
So I can't tell you what that says.
It's the great Bond film, Rud On.
It is, with Nice Roderick.
I love it.
From the elegant clubrooms of Mayfair to exotic island night spots.
I want them to bring trailer voiceover back.
Oh yeah, I think we don't do that enough because it's considered corny, isn't it? A bit Austin Powers, a bit spoofy.
I think it feels like at the moment everything is set to the tone of heavy drums. And I'm getting so tired of it. Every trailer being like, dun, 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 and it's just I'm
epic.
tired of it.
It builds up to it, something like dramatic, like you said, da da da, or da da da. Build up something high.
Her directions were easy to follow.
Her directions were easy to follow.
It's a lot of detail without giving away the plot.
I don't think
There's
you
a lot
get
of stuff
this
in this
length of
trailer.
trailer now, do you?
A lot of action.
So,
I proceeded to prove her wrong.
so he's telling us the whole
I
story.
was always polite to knock first. Before shooting.
Classic moment.
I love that moment. It's the best part.
From our very first meeting was everything her name implied.
Isn't she just?
To me like
This is like a mini movie, though, isn't it?
business as usual came first.
But that's so intriguing. I'd never thought this would do this, but this is the original theatrical release. Joseph Wiseman.
And why didn't you? You damaged my organization. Unfortunately, I misjudged you. You are just a stupid policeman.
Can I just say, I hate that line. You're
Yeah, it is a
stupid
really bad
policeman.
line, isn't it?
As a double-O agent, you are not a policeman. I'm sorry. Don't walk around with a license to kill and a wall for PPK.
It's like calling him a
You know.
stupid civil servant or something, isn't it?
It's like how
because he's a government
dare-
employee.
How dare you?
How dare you? Yeah. Do you know who I am?
Maybe it was
If not, I can tell you it's Bond, James Bond.
Yeah, exactly.
my luck. Up to my neck in hot water.
Oh, yeah, I remember that moment.
Blowing up in my
Honestly,
face.
this is the entire movie.
We've seen the whole thing, haven't we, really?
With the superbly resourceful James Bond.
I think the
love
reality
it.
there, though, Chris, is that with the 60s, and they didn't have all the DVDs and films and Blu-ray strip, all that, they are showing the majority because that's all you're going to see before you see it one time in the cinema.
I guess they're probably not as bothered about spoilers. Maybe I don't know. It's clear. I even when I was a kid, I don't remember being bothered by the term spoilers. That feels like a really modern thing.
Oh, and then we get underneath the mango
People will go to any
tree.
extremes for a little privacy.
I loved it.
So-
I think it's great.
So the cheese is there. Without,
Right, let me turn this thing off. There we go. We're back.
Yeah, this is the joy of live streaming, guys. We are
That's
working in complete cooperation, aren't we, Chris?
We are. We're in
So,
synergy, mate. Synergy.
So, Doctor No. So, yeah, I mean, that's not going to be because we've done the review. But in terms of the trailer itself, I think we can identify it's very, very creature of its time orientated. Isn't
I was
it?
going to say very, very 60s.
Yeah, 100%.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. Nothing wrong with
Connery
that.
voiceover. I'm not sure, by the way, if the first voice was Connery or if he just said it on a very depressed day.
Yeah.
You know, it was a bit
Didn't really hear
monotone for Connery.
Okay.
So I don't know, but it's clearly just telling us a whole story. That's what to take from this, and sowing in the seeds of who is James Bond if you've never met him before or read the book, and all that. So it's interesting. It's good to see the infancy, almost a bit of a mockery in a way nowadays. You know, when you look at it.
It is, isn't it? It's kind of like it's exactly like a spoof of a 60s trailer, isn't it? When you're watching it, it's like watching, an Austin Powers trailer or something. And I guess that's kind of why spoofs are so good. But I really liked it.
What would you say is, when you look at a Doctor No trailer compared to, let's not say a Bond trailer, let's say just anything that's new in the cinema nowadays, like Marvel, for example, we've got the Thunderbolts or the Avengers. How infant does that look?
Yeah,
compared to
it
what
does.
comes out, but it doesn't do the movie justice. I don't think, Chris. When you look at it, I don't think that movie, that trailer pays homage to when you watch the movie and get the feel for what it gives you, the vibe and stuff.
I think one of the things that I was really surprised by was how much they kept selling it as being Ian Fleming's James Bond as well. So, I guess I don't really think about just how popular Ian Fleming's books were at the time, but they must have been really popular for them to be able to use Ian Fleming as a selling point in a trailer.
Maybe when
'Cause you wouldn't get that
Amazon
now, would
released their Bond, when Amazon released their Bond, are they going to say it's Jeffrey Bezos 007?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly that. Yeah. I'm happy with that.
But it will take all kinds right now. Very strange world, but very exciting world right now. So, but yeah, I think Doctor No. It's an interesting take on things. And what we'll do is we'll move on to the first movie starring George Lazenby now.
Oh, okay, yeah, his first one. I remember that one.
Oh God! Do you know what? One day I really want to cover the movie that never was. We discussed that. We're going to do some what ifs
we
coming
need
out,
to, don't we?
and we'll make it a very good production for you guys from there. So, but yeah, we'll jump on to the next trailer, Chris. I got it all loaded up already. So if we can bring the music down just a little bit, and
yes,
I am ready to play when you are, sir.
Sorry, I'm on the music. I can't do it all at once.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're ready. I'm ready. Let's do it.
On a Magic Secret Service, 1969.
There's two trailers coming from the 60s, isn't there?
Oh God, isn't it? Oh, here we go. So this isn't Connery's voice, like it would have been, or the actor. It's now
classic trailer voice, though.
Look left, look right. Same place, same channel.
Take a good look at this guy's dolls. My name's Bond.
Again, really selling the romance straight up, aren't they?
Oh, well, it's 60s. They were
This
selling
guy
the
gets
sexual
the
element with the girls, weren't they? Straight away.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
I love it. That's such a good shot.
I do like this movie, though, despite its shortfalls. And look, Ian Fleming's, not James Bond 007.
Exactly,
it's Ian Fleming's. Right, can I just...
We need to keep an eye on that.
This is one of my peeves with this moment is I don't like Bond in a kilt. I'm not being funny. It's not a great look, is it? I don't believe. It's nothing against kilts, but not for Bond.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. He's probably just hoping she plays his bagpipes, isn't he? But
or as a little fiddle with sporran at the front.
Maybe. But yeah, no, I agree with you. A kilt's definitely a look, isn't it? It's like every modern guy wanting to get married in a kilt. What's that about?
It's a bit. I don't know. I've put it in the chat. It's a bit cringy, a bit icky, maybe, possibly. But hey, on with the cringe.
The name's Lazenby.
George Lazenby.
He's got it made.
What's she just done?
Your favourite Bond girl, Chris. Your favourite Bond girl.
Diana Rigg. This one's got class and style.
See?
She's a great actress. I love Diana Rigg. Okay.
Telly Savalas.
My favourite Blofeld.
Yeah?
Yeah, not best movie, but best Blofeld.
Yeah. Second appearance from Telly Savalas, wasn't it? Telly Savalas was in
Casino Royale, wasn't he? 1967.
He was in he was a different character, wasn't he? In another movie. No, I'm not thinking of Telly Savalas. Sorry, ignore me.
I will Google that. I'm not sure.
No. I don't think he was in another movie. I'm thinking of what's his name. He was in.
See, they portrayed him as more of the Bond, like as in Connery's lesser.
There's a lot more action in this one.
Yeah.
A lot less talking.
As the man says, this never happened to the other fellow.
There we go. There we go. That's the line. That's the line.
I like it, though.
That's interesting.
I think that felt more modern than the other one.
I do. And I think, listen, don't forget, we're on the bridge of the 70s at that point, aren't we? So obviously certain production and budget, obviously, had been increased.
You can tell, can't you?
In that time from there.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, you're not seeing the full movie. That's a good thing. There's enough to whet your appetite, I think.
I think so.
But it's still very distinctively, it's Ian Fleming's tale. They're not selling it as a Bond movie.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Again, that's what I mean. Well, I mean, they are selling it as a Bond movie, but like they're selling it as Ian Fleming's Bond movie, like they would sell a Harry Potter movie as J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter.
I've just screwed up the stream, Chris. Sorry, mate.
You've screwed up the stream. No, you haven't.
There we go. We're gonna go black.
It was trippy though.
Yeah. So look, a lot. There was so much going on there. That's the thing I noticed. But I think if that was a new movie there'd be enough to whet my appetite to go, it's not
absolutely.
Connery, it's new. Let's give it a go. You know?
I agree. I think it looks great.
So I think for what its purpose was, it achieved it quite well. You know,
and I don't know about that new Bond actor, but I tell you what, just from 2 minutes of him, I think he might even be better than Connery.
And that line, this never happened to the other guy. Now we cringe now, but I suppose that was quite in, wasn't it? The breaking the fourth wall back.
I think it probably was. Yeah, I think it probably was.
If you think about like you had all the TV shows like The Professionals, The Persuaders, The Avengers. It was all very much cliche-y, wasn't it? Like, I know they could stand there in a bar in a really upmarket area, and then suddenly a woman with a bikini just walks in front nonchalantly, and they just go look at the camera and they go, "Nice," or something like that, And I think that's why that was more tolerable. But part of me wishes that when they re-release the Bond, like DVD, Blu-rays, and all that stuff, they would just trim that or edit it somewhere. I don't think it passes off nowadays really well.
No, I agree, but I mean, it is what it is. It's like you say, it's a thing. It's a product of its time. And with Telly Savalas, he was Man from U.N.C.L.E. I was thinking of, because he was in Man from U.N.C.L.E. and that came out like 3 or 4 years before this.
Right. I was trying to scratch my head. Has he? I'm not saying you were wrong. I was
testing you. Testing you. You got it. You did it.
Which now brings us, we're into the halfway line with Bond. We're now going into Roger Moore's era.
Live and Let Die now, right?
We are. We've got Live and Let Die's trailer loaded and ready. 1973, guys. Live and Let Die. Sir Roger Moore. Let's see how we get on with this one.
I love it. It's possibly my favourite Roger Moore.
Okay.
Well, that's trippy. That's like whack-a-mole of James Bond.
Which one is it?
Ian Fleming's Live and Let Die again, though.
It's still that, yeah.
My name's Bond. James Bond. Names is for tombstones, baby. Waste him.
I love that line.
Hang on, that
Names
music
is for
is
tombstones, baby.
That Bond theme is on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yes, it is.
That's weird.
I get it though. In trailers, they're probably just reusing music that they've already got. It's probably not even been done for this film yet.
But what a choice! A
great choice. I love it.
That's amazing.
I love it.
Oh, good sequence. So again, they're selling the sexual element
again,
selling women essentially, aren't they?
And even advertising that the title song's Paul McCartney, in the trailer. That's odd. That's when clearly at this point the title song has become a thing. People want to know what's the new Bond song going to be.
Yeah, and that's when the event sort of started, wasn't it? It was a cultural thing to be a Bond singer now. We're back with the 60s theme.
Lesson number 3.
Absolutely.
I don't think anybody could deliver the one-liners like Roger Moore, though. Do you reckon?
Well, I think so. Maybe he still didn't make it above Lazenby for you, did he?
I'm never going to live that down, am I?
You're going to sit through these 7 Roger Moore movies later on in the year, and you're going to eat your words.
For reference, guys, go back onto our channel and have a look at the Bond countdown of our favourite actors. It's a great episode. You'll have a right laugh. It is a great episode.
I really enjoyed doing that.
That's a bit now. This bit here, you see with the woman in the plane with Bond there as Roger Moore. These are the sort of moments that Roger Moore's movies were so iconic for, wasn't it? Like just hijacking an old woman's flying lesson and stuff like that. And the
you
cliche.
Just have awkward looks between them or whatever.
Yeah, and a ridiculous amount of green screen around them, isn't it? That's the thing.
It was.
Oh, such a good moment.
Such a good film. I'm loving how this trailer's put together with the transitions and the gun barrels and stuff. It's awesome.
It's making it clear, though, isn't it, that this is a new Bond. Like, this is the same man. It's not a new actor. It's the same man. You will miss the most adventure of them all. Boss. I love him.
I love
Sheriff
him too.
J.W. Pepper.
He's so good.
We should have seen him more. Looks a bit like Goldfinger, but there we go.
It does a bit, actually. I never really thought about that, but he does. You're right. So much action in this one, isn't it? It's just chase.
You can tell how much money they would have had to make this one. The real damage they made.
Yeah. The alligator scene is incredible in this movie.
Oh, legendary.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good trailer. Really good trailer, that one.
That's really well put together. And I think what we can take from that is the fact that they're still keeping with this is Ian Fleming's movie or book or whatever way when you look at it. I would love to just say to them, like, Daniel, like, for example, Daniel Craig is Ian Fleming's 007, not the other way around. Do you know what I mean? It's not somebody starring in that movie. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a...
Yeah, I like it. I like that it's very much Ian Fleming's property. You know, I do like that.
I think that it's a good representation of more as well. It lets you know that you're going to get a lot more action and a little bit more light-hearted than what you've seen before.
I agree. I don't know. It felt a little bit more light-hearted, but it also still felt very much like the tone of the other trailers in some respects. It still felt like Bond.
I mean, that movie had a selling point, didn't it? It was the case of, look, George Lazenby was Bond 2 movies ago. We brought Connery back. We can't get Connery again for whatever reason. This is your new guy. And they have to sell that the third time. One movie apart from each actor. That's quite a task. That is quite a task.
I think so. And I think sometimes we overdo how camp Roger Moore was. I think Roger Moore had some excellent Bond movies. Yeah.
There was some particularly good moments. I mean, two of my favourite Roger Moore movies by far was For Your Eyes Only and The Spy Who Loved Me.
Spy Who Loved Me is right up there for me.
I
think Live and Let Die and Spy Who Loved Me for me.
Well, as we've just seen, an amazing movie in its own right. Great so many moments that you revisit. And I can't wait for that to come up on our Bond Countdown when we do our movie reviews.
I can't wait as well. I really can't. I can't wait to get stuck into all of them. I'm really excited to do One of Majesty's Secret Service and just all of them. I can't wait.
Yeah, this is a great thing. This is what I said to you earlier. It's a bit like a time capsule. We are watching things again, and we're journeying through time. So we now shift ever so much further. Actually, so we were at 1973. We're now at 1987 with the emergence of Timothy Dalton. So here we are with The Living Daylights.
I will press the button.
I'm ready, sir.
There we go. I've done my job.
Live editing. This is what we get, guys.
The name that means excitement is
We've got the voiceovers.
Voiceovers.
Love it.
James Bond.
Yeah.
That girl must be very talented.
Shoot her.
Believe me, my interest in her is purely professional.
What is this?
I've had a few optional extras installed.
Wherever he goes, adventure follows.
I've noticed, Chris, that music, this is really sad. That was actually Live and Let Die's Bond theme.
There must be a thing they keep doing.
Wasn't it?
They knew we were going to do this, and they keep using the Bond music.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to bring out just ever slight bit, but that is, if that's, tell me if I'm wrong. That's Live and Let Die's Bond music. Let's have a listen, buddy.
Wherever he goes, adventure follows.
Can't tell.
I'm in a dead. Koskov's named you. Then I must die.
Eliminate him.
Kill him.
This has got so many good moments. This is why I love this movie.
It's proper. It's far more modern though, isn't it? It's just montage, isn't it?
One thing they're very keen to do is flip the locations and give as much variety as possible, isn't it?
Yeah, they really do, don't they? Look how international this film is. Nowadays, it'd be tariffed to the hilt, wouldn't it? on all those locations.
Have you got your visa in order?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you had your jabs?
He lives on the edge.
Whoever she was, I must have scared
I love the trailer voiceover guy.
James Bond.
And then deliver the
007,
line.
The Living Daylights.
No Ian Fleming's James Bond.
No.
Yeah, well, there is just at the end there, right at the bottom. It just says,
but it's not in your face this time round.
It's not sold as that, is it? No.
And that's a really good
thing.
thing.
Albert Broccoli's name was above Ian Fleming's.
I think the interesting thing that you find from that one there is that is distinctively trying to keep up with the 80s tone. You think what was out in the 80s, things like Rambo, Lethal Weapon, and that sort of in. Sorry, my dog is barking. I apologise.
It makes really good points, though. Is that Luna?
It is my dog barking in the background, so you might hear that. This is also the joys of live streaming, guys.
I know I have it. Well, she's welcome to join.
But that was trying to keep up with the tone of the 80s movies, and I think it delivered it well. I mean, again, the reason why I chose the idea of doing the first trailer for each actor, their first movie, was to see how they're trying to transition them. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's
agree.
really, I mean, I think it's interesting with Dalton because he was relatively unknown, and they had to go, right, nothing's changed except the action has gone to the next bar. It's higher.
Yeah, you can tell. And I think you're right. Pointing out the fact that Dalton was lesser known is actually a really good key thing, because it's difficult to think now with him being such a huge name that back then he wasn't. And yet with Roger Moore, when we're looking at Live and Let Die, they're very much selling this as, this guy from The Saint. This guy, this is Roger Moore. He's now Bond. Let's show lots of images of Roger Moore talking. But then you come to this one, and there isn't that. You get a couple of quips from him, but it's very much, this is action. Look at him hanging off a rope. Look at him jumping over a building. All that sort of thing instead.
And I think the location slip is the most important part, I think, as well. You're seeing ice, you're seeing sand, you're seeing, sea and glamorous locations. It immediately just urges, what is Bond all about? How do we interpret that when you see a movie? That's the thing. So again, next level, first movie where it's not Ian Fleming's movie. I think we're noticing a transition now.
I think we're starting to. It's less about the literary interpretation of Bond and more about this is now just a movie vehicle.
Yeah, how does it return money, essentially? How can I get as many people in that theatre paying good money?
And I guess that Timothy Dalton's movies were the real transition point between Ian Fleming's Bond and normal Bond, because License to Kill was the first Bond movie not named after an Ian Fleming novel. So there really is that cut-off point of like, actually, we really are veering away from Ian Fleming's vision now. I
often feel like, just in my own personal headspace, I almost do a classic era and then a modern era with a Bond, that I split them in half. I mean, so Connery to Moore is your classic era, and I feel like Dalton was the start of modern Bond. I agree
with you. Totally agree with you. Yeah.
Most people think it's Brosnan that started, but I don't think it did. I think it started at Dalton and ramped up further into the Brosnan era.
I think if Dalton hadn't have left after 2 films, or there hadn't have been the issues surrounding the distance between License to Kill and GoldenEye, I think we would have seen Dalton well into the 90s. I think he would have seen the 90s out, in fact.
I think that was always the plan, but I mean, then there's legal issues. Yeah. There was a lot of court battles. It just totally wiped out his contract term, and I think he was over the role by the time it was ready.
Yeah,
that was the thing.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
But we move now to the 90s, which I think we've said in our previous podcast before, Chris, that this was the movie that was quite pivotal to our relationship with loving the Bond movies.
I think so.
Maybe your favourite movie, I think.
I think this movie really reinvigorated the franchise as well. Not just for the movie, but let's be honest, the game that came with it. It was just huge from a pop culture standpoint. GoldenEye more than a lot of the movies that had come before it. But yeah, let's get into it.
With one of the best themes, this is 1995 GoldenEye.
When the world is the target.
72 hours ago, a secret weapon system was detonated.
Oh, I'm getting chills for this one.
Now, this feels distinctively modern, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
The music
and the stakes. And not giving you Bond yet.
You don't even know it's Bond. No.
You can
until now.
On one man.
There we go.
Find GoldenEye.
3.
Find who took it.
2.
The countdown.
Oh, I love it.
And now you know. Now you know you're watching Austin Powers.
Name's Bond. James Bond.
He's my Bond.
Amazing.
We aim to please.
And this time, 007 is facing the ultimate enemy. The man who knows him best.
Hello, James. What an unpleasant surprise.
006.
What's the message?
006.
The
way he says that.
Over me and you will kill him.
Is the satellite in range? Target is London.
Now, the entire world is about to be caught in the crossfire.
See you in hell, James. You first.
I've been totally silent because I've just been sucked in.
Mate, I'm going to take it back. Nobody delivers a one-liner like Brosnan.
Oh, God, no. I totally agree. I totally agree.
The pleasure will be all mine.
Did you check her out?
Yeah, of course you did.
The writing's on the wall?
I think you're a sexist, misogynist dinosaur, a relic of the Cold War.
I was always better.
Both of you, stop it! Look, boys with top.
I noticed something there. They did really cleverly, Chris. Right.
What's that?
Go back a little bit. So you know how they got a nice habit of merging clips together, right?
Yeah.
Watch where the missile fires from and where it hits.
Both of you, stop it! Look,
You see it?
I like it. So they make it look like that missile
Hits the
caused
plane.
that accident. Yeah, that explosion. Yeah.
That's just nice little cinematic editing. It's obviously it's misleading in a way, but it's still epic to watch it.
I don't mind being misled in a trailer, though.
Yeah, I just
You know,
don't like
like,
to see
some
the
people
whole
get-
film.
No, definitely not. But some people moan that like, oh, the trailer made me think something was going to happen and something else happened. I'm like, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
Trick
I
me,
look,
I don't mind.
it's a bit like I don't know if you remember the Infinity War trailer, how they had Hulk running in the background of all the Avengers, and in the movie he wasn't even there. So I was like, yeah, that's Miss Sully. Whereas at least these things happen. That's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I guess it all depends on the person. Do you remember that? Like there was a legal battle recently, wasn't there? Do you remember did you ever see the movie Yesterday? The movie about the Beatles and
no,
actually there's a Bond connection to it because Anna de Armas, who was in No Time to Die, she was supposed to be in Yesterday, and she was shown in the trailer for Yesterday, but it was actually cut from the movie, and people sued because they said that it was false advertising, that she was in the film and she never actually was. She was only in the trailer, and they cut from the film. I think they won. I might be wrong. You'll have to look it up.
Won they?
Yeah, I think they won and got a payout.
Wow. But no, just something I noticed
anyway
at a production level. But yeah, we'll carry on. There it is again.
boys with toys.
Boys with toys.
I love it. What a toy that is.
They're quite keen to push all the cliches out, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Like, yeah, this is still Bond. This is the Bond you know. But that'd still sell them a film now. If they did a Bond trailer now, I would want all of these things in a Bond trailer.
There are certain boxes you need to tick.
Yeah,
that's a good movie.
So.
And
if the rumors of them going back to the 60s turn out to be true, then I would want the trailer to feel kind of 60s as well and hit those beats.
Yeah, it's Anne. Oh, I was waiting for her to see the whole thing then. All I was thinking all the way through that trailer, Chris, was the fact that so with Brosnan, he was sort of the welcomed Bond. Everybody knew he was going to be Bond soon enough because when Dalton was brought in, he was essentially a second run-up, wasn't he? When the Remington Steele contract with Pierce Brosnan was renewed at the last second, and they'd done all the publicity photos and stunts, everything with him in it, and he had to heartbreak and he let the role go down. So I think the public willed him to be Bond as much as he wanted to be the role. And this was not a surprise trailer. This was almost like, oh my God, it's happened.
Yes, like finally he is here. Our Bond has arrived.
Yeah, the one that we want, the one that nobody does it better than him. It really is.
And it's kind of funny because in a way, I think that the next Bond is the Bond that people didn't want. He was the Bond that a lot of people weren't sure about.
I've actually got a bit juddery in my camera, Chris. I've just noticed.
You have, and do you know why it is? It's because you've got all of that open on the other bit. If you get the other trailer open, it will stop.
I think we'll do that. Right. So I have got the very last one, guys. So we are going to watch
And there you go. You're absolutely fine now. Look, you're not jittery anymore.
So once I've got the stream off, we'll be sound. So
Yeah,
here we go,
fine.
guys. We are back on the last movie now. The last movie we've got to review. 2006, Casino Royale, Daniel Craig. And let's take it away.
Let's do it.
Your file shows.
I remember this trailer so vividly.
This got me so excited.
Yeah, I watched this trailer so many times.
It felt different immediately.
How did you die? Your contact? Not well.
Not well.
Second is
That was just
considerably.
the coldness of him.
Yeah.
The man was Le Chiffre, private banker to the world's terrorists.
And then you realise Judi Dench is still there. So you're like, okay.
If he loses this game, he'll have nowhere to run. You're the best player in the service.
The Treasury has agreed to stake you in the game. But if you lose,
This is so modern, though, isn't it? It's very much
Right,
just
even that
in the
camera
scene.
angle. Now, I'm not mistaken, Chris. That camera angle, you know, where it just jumps then like that. That was never in the movie.
No, definitely wasn't. I'd have remembered that.
So they've obviously done it, especially for the trailer, haven't they? Clearly, just to add a bit of
Either that or
tension to it.
they've done it and then they just realised it looks weird and cut it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that judded angle in the movie, to be honest.
our
So
government will have directly financed terrorism.
one of my favourite Bond
I will be
girls.
keeping my eye on our government's money.
My favourite Bond girl.
All for your perfectly formed house.
Yeah, I can't argue.
I hope our little game isn't causing you to perspire.
Oh, the killing sequence on the stairway.
Yeah, it's great.
My job if it did.
The Bond that everybody hated and loved the moment they saw it.
I'm trying to remember. Do they sell the car crash in the trailer as well? Because I feel like that was such a big part of the promo material.
I haven't watched any of these.
I think they do.
I
think they
suspect it's at the very, very end.
Yeah, I think they do.
I've got a feeling, just by memory on this one.
Yeah.
I have no armor left.
Right, so Aaron, that shows you that she's a very different Bond girl as well.
I agree.
You know, like the whole you've got your armor back on, and he's like, I've got no armor left, and you're
stripped
this
it
is
from me.
different. This isn't just somebody being romanced in a bed somewhere or the back of a car seat. This is love.
But again, I can kind of see why this puts some people off.
Oh, yeah.
This is already a Bond I don't want, and now it's romance. He's a weak Bond.
Yeah, I don't know him for starters. I think I don't know this guy. He's blonde. They're changing too much. Oh, I don't like
it.
It started well. What's happening now? And and this is when they go Daniel Craig, not Bond.com and
not my Bond. Hashtag
James Blonde hashtag. Oh, right, yeah. But how wrong they were.
Well, we'll see. He made a lot of crap films.
Oh, this bit.
You've stripped it from me.
The build-up.
Whatever is left of me. Whatever I am. I'm yours. The only question remains. Will you yield?
Mads
I feel like a
Mikkelsen was
little kid again,
amazing
mate.
in this movie as well.
This bit. Oh.
Here it goes. Told you they would. Come on, give us the crash.
Epic. Yes! There it is. There it is.
How he saw her at night laying down on the road, I will never know. But
So
I'm not a spy.
Even though he crashed the car, he crashed it in so much style. Let's be honest.
He did. Well, he broke world records crashing it, didn't he?
No, that was cool to see that. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to remove my screen share, and hopefully I will stop stuttering.
Yeah, you were.
There we go.
Were fine
I'm
once
back.
you got the trailer open, you were fine. It was when you had that infinite picture of the stream going on. That's when it struggled.
Yeah, I think my NVIDIA gaming PC is going, oh my god, what are you trying to do to me?
Yeah.
No. So let's round it together, Chris. In general, so what's your production take? Give me a bit of a run through of what you've noticed, the highlights to distinguish them from 60s to now?
I mean, I think they're all really cool. I think from a just looking at it objectively, that you can they're very much like the films. They're snapshots of their era, aren't they? The first two feel very 60s, and then you see how they sort of gradually become more modern, more like the trailers that we see today. But I haven't got a problem with seeing the older ones, and I actually think, like, low key, Live and Let Die might be my favorite trailer out of the lot. I love the GoldenEye, don't get me wrong, but that Live and Let Die trailer was awesome. Really got me pumped.
I just think that sometimes, I hate to say the wrong tone this, but I sometimes feel like when you watch a trailer, sometimes the trailer's better than the movie. Do you know what I mean? And I don't mean that's any of the ones that we've just seen, but I feel like they've just set the tone quite nicely.
I think so.
What's the point of a trailer? It's to whet your appetite.
Yeah, it is.
In.
And for this one, they were introducing a new actor to play Bond as well, which is always probably a very scary thing to do.
I genuinely thought that was probably the best way to play it, if anything, from there, really. You know, but I think that was a really interesting exercise, and we'll do a bit more of that if you guys like it. Put it in the comments, or tell us what you really thought. Show us what movies you'd like us to review if you want, and the trailers you want to see. We'll totally respond, because this is your channel, guys. It's not us. We're just clearly the faces. It's your public viewing.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. I really enjoyed what we did today. I think it was something different, and it gave me an opportunity. So, those Bond trailers. I really liked it. So thank you, Mike, for putting those together. Everyone in the chat, if you can pop a like to say thank you to Mike for all the work that he put into bringing those together. Thank you so much for doing that, Mike. It was really fun. I've really enjoyed it. And,
it is.
Go on, sorry.
What we will do, I think, if it's all right, Chris, I would just like to ask the guys, just to subscribe, hit the button down the bottom below, because if you don't know what we're all about, we're Bond fans. By definition, we do everything that's 007 related: gaming, movie reviews, memorabilia, and events. And if you still want a little bit more bang for your buck,
join the ultimate Bondcast now. Monthly Bond theme updates, movie reviews, James Bond gaming, news and updates, and so much more. Hit subscribe now and join in the show.
Yeah, so if you look down to the left a little bit, there's a big red button. Hit it there for us. Oh, Chris, we're back. Have we lost you? Hang on, we've got some technical difficulties. Chris, are you there? Okay, we've got you on mute, Chris, by the looks of it. No, we can't hear Chris live at the moment. But Chris, we could finish this on sign language if you'd like. Yeah? So, have you enjoyed the show today, Chris? What's been your favourite moment? Was it trailer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Don't swear at me. Number 3. Okay, there we go. And would you like to do more of this in the future, Chris? Absolutely. So as Chris's mic has clearly failed on him, and we apologise, I would just like to say that you have been watching the Bondcast, the ultimate Bondcast, and we will see you soon.